what are we all doing here? Now, I'm being facetious, but I saw this yesterday, which generated a bit of discussion on CT. It's a tweet from Satvic, and I'm going to read it out because many people listen on Spotify. What is even the point of crypto anymore? I'm genuinely curious. We had NFTs with perpetual royalties for creators. We removed that. We had the microfinancing for underprivileged communities. Privileged folks abused that and removed that. We had close-knit communities of believers. We started incentivizing farmers and removed that. We had private finance rails for the unbanked. We removed that. We had secure identity for vulnerable populations. We sold out the data and removed that. We had private payments. We rolled up into banks and as endpoints and removed that. We had alternative investment vehicles. We integrated with TradFi and we removed that. So what is even the point of crypto anymore? I'm genuinely curious. What do you think of this initially before I rattle through some replies? Gaz, you first.
Just thought it was so pessimistic and negative. I think whoever wrote this needs a big hug, to be fair. But it's kind of one of those things, like, depends how you're viewing the markets, right? If you've just got your ass handed to you on the 55th dog iteration on Pump Fun, you're going to start feeling like this, I guess. But if you do zoom out and you see what has been built during this cycle, there have been obviously some key takeaways and breakthroughs. So it hasn't all been doom and gloom. But I think because people haven't made money hand over fist, they're very fed up this cycle. They were expecting to do a lot better than they have. So that's kind of why people feel so jaded right now. And you can just see that on the timeline all the time. The amount of negative tweets that get huge engagement is a little bit worrying. But I think that's a societal trend in terms of where we are everywhere globally right now. Things are in a bit of disarray, aren't they? So it's this kind of fourth turning that's potentially going to occur. People are probably near all-time lows on morale, I would suggest. So that's kind of why people are talking like this. But I think broadly there are positives, and you should probably look for the positives rather than focus on the negatives, as it is bad for your mental.
Yeah, I've started unfollowing doomers. Like if I see just a tweet that I'm like, you whinging bastard, I just think, oh, fuck off. Yeah, I just give me an echo chamber. That's all I want. I just want an echo chamber of positivity all the time. So Grant, what do you think?
Bias all over the place.
Yeah, I just want confirmation bias. Everything else, ram it. Yeah.
I kind of agree with Gaz. I think it's every 4 years over the past 14 to however many years it's like this industry's been around, everyone thinks it can just turn up and get a big fat stimulus check. The market structure has completely changed. Everyone kind of agree with it. At some point we kind of cried for years and years and years for institutions to come and buy the bags, and now the institutions come and bought the bags. It's got significantly harder. Plus on the backdrop of this ridiculous oversupply of token problems that have just been completely funded to smithereens, and pushed a tweet out yesterday from Tokenomists where it's $1.5 billion worth of unlocks happening next week. It's consistent near enough every week. It's like there is not the demand to prop up this. So if you read or if you actually went by the book of how you should actually invest in an emerging asset class and try to buy fundamentally sound bags or tokens, you've been fucked. Unless you bought Bitcoin, Hype, and maybe Farcoin, which wouldn't fall under that kind of fundamentally sound bracket if you were trying to be too mid-curve, you've been completely fucked because you haven't had that return on it. So this is why we're seeing tokenized stocks come on chain. This is why we're seeing pre-IPO stuff come on chain. This is why people want exposure to gold on chain. It's because people just want to buy stuff that goes up. Categorically, they don't really give a shit what it is. But when you're sticking by the book, doing everything you're told, buying stuff that is fundamentally sound and it just doesn't go up, you just start to think, well, what the fuck's the point? Why didn't I just go and buy some Anduril or fucking Palantir that's ripped fucking 4 billion bajillion % on Nvidia, and not have to kind of worry if I'm going to get my assets rugged from a phishing link or if something's just going to get decimated overnight because the founder keeps buying his girlfriend Hermes handbags. So there is this complete jadedness. I don't really know the way out of it. And I think to be actively invested in trading, you have to be significantly better going forward. It's not this stimulus handout that is what people come to expect from the industry. I think you have to have something about you. I think you have to have a really strong crew around you that are doing this shit all day, every day. And I think just turning up and throwing shit at the wall off opening CoinGecko and just scrolling across the screen and think, oh, I'll buy this, it'll go up 10x in a couple of weeks. That's what it used to be like. I think those days are gone, if I'm honest. So that's my thought on probably why everyone's feeling the same.
So I'm hearing two things now. I'm hearing that you are fundamentally in it for the tech, i.e. on-chain,
when it goes up.
blockchain, when it goes up. And I'm also hearing that you're telling me that TA and horoscopes for us is the way forward. Is that what you're saying? Trading courses. Are we going to start selling trading courses?
Yeah, we're going to start selling them on WAP, and then we're going to tokenize it through the Believe app and buy Evelyn some more handbags.